Yeah, Will here, day 56, May 20th here on the Anji River. Um, Strong northeast winds came up last night. It was quite strong in the morning. The river, when I started out this morning, it was about 70-foot banks, so I was protected from these really strong winds. The winds were blowing these huge billowing clouds of snow in the air over these cliffs on the banks. There was quite a bit of clear sky above. It was actually quite beautiful. There was a lot of sundogs, rainbows, phenomena that I've seen in the high plateau in the Antarctica plateau. You get these phenomena, but there was halos around the sun, inverted rainbows, I mean, kind of all at the same time. It's just really unusual. And this was early in the morning, and I was able actually to duck from these strong winds by hanging in closer to these cliffs. But then in mid-morning, the cliffs kind of disappeared, banks got lower, and then I was in the wind most of the day, although I had some protection from the lower banks. Gradually, the wind picked up more, and around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it started whited out. About 4:35, it was a regular storm, and I traveled with my GPS until that went out on me. And it was amazing, though. Up until about 4 o'clock, there was a lot of activities with the geese, snow geese, Canadian geese, small flocks. They were all over. They don't pay any attention to me at all. I mean, they fly over. I was hauling, and there was a group of snow geese, must have been about 30 of them on the bank, and they were hanging out, looking at me go by, and they would look at each other and probably trying to figure out what what were they actually looking at. And then I had a ptarmigan, which is like a grouse but white bird. They're very common. There are a lot on the banks. One of them flew down right next to me just to check me out, to look at me, and his head was cocked, and I talked to it. That kind of didn't freak him out, but when he heard my voice, he really responded to that. He never heard, of course, a human voice or probably a sound like that, and he would just watch me go by. So, but it was surprising. In this wind, there was still a lot of geese activity until it really whited out, and then it calmed down. The geese calmed down. I had a hard time putting up the tent. Usual storm, almost reminiscent of in the Barrens. With the Barrens, it was 60 degrees colder than it is now. Although the temperature was on the cold side today, a minor wind chill, nothing compared to the winter. Kind of a reminiscent storm, and I'm tucked away in the tent right now, seeing how this comes out. But it'll probably blow northeast usually for about 3 days. Hopefully the brunt of it will blow out here tonight. We'll see here what happens. But it's definitely a headwind, and headwinds really take a lot out of you. And so I'll check in tomorrow and report on the geese or whatever's happening here. And this is Will, then, over and out on day 56, May 20th. Over and out.